If this video helps you, please subscribe to our channel. I'm in my 2004 Yukon, GMC Yukon, and I'm getting a rough idle and a loss of power, feeling of kind of missing or hesitation during acceleration. So I'm going to use the Wi-Fi OBD number 2 to see if maybe it'll give me a code. I'm getting the check engine light coming on too. So to do that, you can get these online pretty cheap. They send a Wi-Fi signal from your car's computer. There's a little jack on the bottom of over by your emergency brake. Just plug that in. Seat it all the way. You can see a red light coming on, so we know it's active. We turn the key to the just before the ignition. Everything fires up, and then we're going to see if we can connect to the app. The app you can download. This is on a Apple phone. So I think we need to go to Wi-Fi. See if we can find the device. There's the scanner. Let's click on that. Okay, it's going to try to link up with it. Let's go back to the app. It's called OBD Fusion. We'll say connect. Okay, I think it's going to connect this time. Connecting. Alright, and then we're going to say, let's go to the diagnostics one. Alright, it's giving us the code. It's P0300, which is random or multiple cylinder misfire detected. So one or two of, or maybe even more of the cylinders is not firing, and I'm going to go ahead and clear the code. This is clear trouble codes. This is going to reset and clear all the emission related diagnostic information. So I'll go ahead and clear all those. Got it. And what I'm going to do, because I suspect that it's probably a sticky injector, so you have the injectors have fuel come into them, and then they atomize the fuel into oxygen and fuel vapor, and then the cylinder comes up, compresses it, it ignites, it creates a really good explosion, pushes the cylinder down. But if you have a sticky injector, what can happen is the fuel doesn't atomize, it doesn't turn into vapor, it just dribbles in as liquid fuel, and that can't ignite. So that one cylinder, or maybe more cylinders, doesn't create an explosion. So all of a sudden you have a reduction in power, and also your idle will be kind of rough. Like if you look at your tach gauge, instead of it being steady right around 8 or 9, it'll kind of waver, and you can feel it. Sometimes the car will even feel like it's gonna stop. So we're going to fix that today by just adding an additive. I'm going to use a product called Sea Foam. So it's SEA, it's like sea foam, and this one's designed for SUVs or trucks. And it's just an additive that you put into your gas tank. You want to do it when your tank's fairly low. It doesn't have to be all the way down, but kind of lower. Add it in when you're at the gas station, and then add enough fuel to get you all the way up to full, and then just drive around for a while, and it should end up clearing out all the junk that's caught in the little injector, kind of a gummy gasoline residue, and all of a sudden it'll start to atomize the fuel, and you'll get a nice strong explosion, and you'll notice you get your power back, you get a nice even idle, and you won't get hesitation. When you press the accelerator, you'll feel a renewed amount of power. If that doesn't do it, then there's many other things that could be causing it. You might have a vacuum leak in one of the little rubber hoses. Could also be One of your ignition wires that brings electricity to the spark plug needs to be replaced because it might be letting that electricity out prematurely. You could have spark plugs that are just so dirty or so worn out that they're not producing a strong enough spark to make the ignition really happen, and that's a misfire too. So there's a lot of other things, but use Occam's razor. What's the most likely explanation? Most often it's going to be a sticking injector, and this is a really cheap product, maybe 12 bucks, and it's super easy. So we're going to start with that first, and we're going to see if that does a trick. For a lot of people it does. The vehicle has been really good to us. This is its 16th year. As the idle will drop off and it'll start to bounce around, and it feels like it's almost going to stop. Starting to get that now, a little bit of a waver, but we'll use the gas additive and see if that helps. Alright, we're going to add the Seafoam high mileage motor treatment, and the directions say to add 1 fluid ounce per gallon, and this has 16 fluid ounces. We're pretty much at the E on our tank, so I think this is it's like a 20 gallon tank. So we're going to put the entire ingredients in. They say if it really needs a lot of cleaning, you can do two fluid ounces. So open up the top. There's a little seal in there. Break the seal. Pour it on in there. And I'm going to use Tequilene gasoline by Chevron. It has detergent in it too, so maybe every couple months could you fill up with Tequilene. Okay, so that's the full content, and then we'll go ahead and put the gas in. Alright, so now we're fueling it up and we'll get it to a full tank. So it took 17 gallons, it's supposed to be 1 fluid ounce per gallon. We had 16 fluid ounces, so it looks good. It's all tanked up, kind of expensive, and we're going to see if that's going to help. That'll be perfect, and we'll go ahead and see if there's an improvement.
Thanks so much for watching our video. We really appreciate you coming to our channel. Please subscribe when you get a chance by pressing the subscribe button and also the bell button so we can send you notifications of any new videos that come along. And we have a new thing here called the applaud button. If you really liked the video, if it was helpful to you, if you can click that, we really appreciate that. It shows your interest in our channel and your support, and can't thank you enough. Feel free to contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com, with any of your questions. And also, if you need to have a FaceTime meeting with me or a Zoom meeting, you can click on one of the links below in the description, and we can set up a 15-minute or 30-minute video conference where we can work on your appliance problem. So thanks again for all your support and for watching the video.